Well, hello. Welcome to the Stories of Country Music. Today we're going to look at what I consider one of the more moving songs of country music. I know there's so many, you certainly couldn't rank them. But this one came out in 1995. It's by Dee Messina, who was one of my favorite country artists. About in 1997-98 is when I really started listening to country music. And of course she was out and making a lot of number one hits and putting out all kinds of good music. And so I love her voice, absolutely love her voice. And this is a demo with Tim McGraw, who was also turning into a superstar about that time. So it's a great song, and we'll look at some of the comments after we look at the song down in the YouTube comments about how much this touched people and how it helped them get through some of the most trying times of their life. So you might want to stay and take a look at that. That was pretty interesting when I was reading down through some of those YouTube comments. So we'll take a look at the song. It's one of my favorite songs in country music. Now, I did want to say hi to those that are new. Thank you for stopping by. Please, if you wouldn't mind, if you're new and haven't yet, like and subscribe. And if you're returning and you also haven't liked and subscribed, I'd certainly appreciate it if you would. Helps grow this channel. And this channel is growing tremendously. Over 1,000 subscribers now, hoping to head to 1,500 here pretty quickly. And that's all thanks to you guys. Thanks so much for stopping by. I want to let you know I appreciate it. All right, Dee Messina, Tim McGraw, bring on the rain. Just love her voice.
Another day has almost come and gone.
Turn this one up a little.
Can't imagine what else could go wrong. Sometimes I'd like to hide away somewhere and lock the door. A single battle lost, but not the war. 'Cause tomorrow's another day, and I'm thirsty anyway. So bring on the rain.
Yes.
It's almost like the hard times circle round. A couple drops and they all start coming down.
Here comes Tim.
Yeah, I might feel defeated, and I might hang my head. I might be barely breathing, but I'm not dead, no. 'Cause tomorrow's another day, and I'm thirsty anyway. So bring on the rain.
How good is that, y'all? How good is that? That's right. That's right.
'Cause tomorrow's another day, and I am not afraid. So bring on the rain. Tomorrow's another day, and I'm thirsty anyway. So bring on.
Here she goes again. I love that. Well done. To think that song is over 25 years old now. I really like the duet part. I really like Dee's voice is wonderful, and I like when Tim McGraw comes in there and does his part. It's a great duet. I did want to say this. Well, it's just talking about, some people are going through tough times. in tough times, it sounds dumb or tough, they can be life altering. And I'll show you some of these in the comments here in a minute. But this song is just saying, look here, I've got to go through it, and I'm going to be tough, and I'm going to meet you head on come hell or high water. Bring it on. And sometimes that's all you can do. Let's look at some of these situations these people were going through when they were listening to this song. And it was truly, this is all I can do. I can't do anything. It's not going away. All I can do is look it square in the eye and say, come and get me. Because that's nothing else they could do. Look, like this one right here. My son was fighting cancer when this song came out. It really hit home with him. It made his last few months a little easier. Good Lord. I mean, good Lord, could you imagine? We lost my brother to a drunk driving accident back in 2002. The anniversary of when he was taken approaches, and the painful hell of the tragedy is as fresh as it is the day we lost him. Another one, it's been 20 years now. I first heard this song in traffic after being diagnosed with cancer. All I could think about was my 10-year-old daughter. You got two daughters. I've got two daughters. They're not that old. One is 2 and one is 4. And just imagine, I could not imagine having to go through what some of these people go through. And that's what I love about country music and about music in general, but specifically country music. And this song right here, it just gives people hope. It's funny how a couple dozen words put to music can inspire somebody to get through the toughest challenges that life could ever throw at anybody. But that's what music and your soul is about. It's about being able to be strong and get through those challenges. Now, Dee Messina actually, I believe it was back in 2017, was diagnosed with cancer, and she wrestled with that as well. I believe she's doing fine now, but back then, she had to go through the same battle. She had to go through the same battle, and I'm sure at some point it'll come for all of us. I did want to look at Dee Messina, spell it properly. Dee Messina discography. I wanted to see if that song went to number 1. Let's see here. I know Heads Carolina Tells California was her, I think it was her first number 1. No, it went to number 2, okay. It was her first release, Heads Carolina Tells California. She did have a string of number 1s. Bye Bye, I'm All Right, Stand Beside Me, Lesson in Leaving was one of my favorite songs of hers. It made it to number 2. Bring On the Rain with Tim McGraw, I absolutely did make it to number 1 in 2001. Off of her album, Burn. What a great song. What a great duet. All right, everyone. Thanks for stopping by. I hope you enjoy these reactions and the little bit of history. I always like to give a little history or a little story having to do with the songs. I hope y'all learned something from it. I like the context of the songs and learning about the people that make them. So, if you're still here, I certainly appreciate it. Please like and subscribe if you haven't yet. We'll continue to do country music here. And if you have any interest, there's a link to Patreon in the video description below. If you'd like to check that out, you are certainly more than welcome. All right. Until next time, y'all take care.